as well as a lead for our county's inaugural Diversity and Inclusion Committee. Our committee was formed at the beginning of 2021. Since then, we have hosted 6 cultural and annual Awareness Month celebrations, as well as virtual live lunch and learns with our civil service and community partners. We have also launched initiatives for the workforce and volunteered in the communities we call home. Thanks for the support for our county executive, Bill O'Neill, and our Commissioner of Human Resources, Stephen Rector. We welcome you to join our efforts as well as our workforce, and look forward to sharing the beautiful benefits of county employment for diverse applicants with all abilities. Thank you and welcome to our event. I'm going to introduce Professor Jackie Goff McNish for the next part of our program.
Good morning, everyone. Come on, wake up, wake up. This is a Caribbean celebration. And yes, the room is a little empty now, but give it a minute. It will fill up. And I'm very excited, extremely excited. Josine and I, we planned this last year. And we were excited then, and we're excited now. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So I want to recognize a few people in the room before we get started. So, and I hope I say the names correctly. So our county exec, William F. O'Neill. Yes, welcome. I'm going to try to do them in order that's on the program. Carmen Smallwood. Carmen is our Assistant Commissioner of Youth Services. Joseph, did I say that right? Joseph Williams, historian and founding member of NYSMICJ. Yes, did I get everyone? Did I say it right? Yes. Okay. Oh! Did I teach you? No.
100 years ago, but I think that was before Dutchess was actually built.
Yes. My 100 years ago, too. Okay, so welcome. And I know in the audience, we also have people who are presenting later, and I will introduce you later. I know you've had a look at your program, and I will sort of walk you through the program when there are a few more people in the room so that we'll all be in the same place. But before I do that, I want to thank our Dr. Jordan. So I have to, I'll be nice today and not say anything really bad. I love him very much. So Dr. Jordan is the president of DCC. He's now in his second year, finishing his second year. He's a leader committed to serving the needs and aspirations of the community, both within and beyond the college. He also happens to be Bayesian, which means we get to claim it as our own. Our own. So let's hear it for Dr. Jordan.
Thank you, Professor Goff McNish. Let's hear it for both Professor McNish and for Josine, who are the inspiration behind this particular event. Let's give them a round of applause. So thank you all for joining us here today. Among our community leaders and sponsors here in the audience, we have our county executive, William O'Neill, and I want to welcome him again to DCC and to thank him not only for the wonderful proclamation you've delivered today on behalf of the celebration of this event, but also for your leadership in the community, for your support for Dutchess Community College, your support for education in general and educational attainment. Without your leadership and guidance, lots of things that happen here at the college wouldn't, and so we appreciate you. It is a pleasure to have the opportunity to host the county's inaugural Caribbean American Heritage Month celebration here at DCC. Here at DCC, we view our work here at the college through 4 lenses, which are, first, students, that is to develop and retain diverse local talent and lifelong learners. Second, learning, to connect instruction with the in-demand skills and careers that are needed by businesses and industries within our region. Third, community, to ensure that access to learning happens across generations, across cultures, and across the educational pipeline. And fourth, growth, to ensure that we fuel individual, economic, and workforce development, as well as social mobility. As the county's community college, we strive to reflect the diversity of our region in our student body, our faculty, our staff, and the types of programs that we host here at the college. As such, we are proud to serve as a platform to showcase the rich and diverse cultures represented across not only the Caribbean community that we celebrate today, but across the African diaspora. And we do that, and you'll have the opportunity to celebrate these cultures with the musicians that are present here today, the speakers and workshop leaders, and everyone who came here to celebrate this very special occasion. Personally, as one of the more visible leaders of Caribbean or West Indian descent here in the Hudson Valley area, I'm honored to be asked to participate in this founding event. I can't think of a better theme than the one that was selected for this event, Better Together in the Diaspora. In addition to the food, language, music, dancing, perhaps I'm told will happen, 3 cornerstones of the Caribbean experience wherever you go. Inclusivity is, to me, one of the defining characteristics of our culture. I remember as a kid growing up in Barbados, Christmas was always a special time. And it was special not because of the gifts that we received as kids, but it was more about the people, children, grown-ups, everyone. It was a celebration of family and friends. Everyone had a celebration in their own homes. And we all visited each other throughout the day. Instead of cooking a meal for a nuclear family, we made sure that there was enough to share a piece of pie, piece of cake, and a drink with neighbors. There were always people stopping by, eating, drinking, dancing, and just being merry. It didn't matter whether you were Bajans. Where are my Bajans? Jamaicans, yes. Dominicans, Grenadians, any Grenadians in the house? Trinis, Guyanese, Vincentians, who am I missing? Yeah? Shout out, come on. Who am I missing? The Irish. The Irish. And there are lots of Irish in the Caribbean. Yes, yes, absolutely. Haitians, absolutely, yes. We didn't have the resources of others, but we made the most of what we had. because we had family, we had friends, and we shared with each other. I think this is true of many who grow up in poverty. We didn't know what we didn't have, okay? I never expected to be in the position of president of one of the premier community colleges in the United States. My story, like many here in Dutchess County and across our nation, is the epitome of the DEI experience to which we all aspire. As a Black man of Caribbean descent, I've been invited to the proverbial party. That is diversity. And I've had the good fortune to hear the music I love play. The issues I care about deeply are addressed. That, my friends, is equity in action. Most of all, I've been invited to dance. I've had the opportunity to participate, to have a voice. This is the essence of inclusion and what we should be striving for. For all the challenges I experienced upon immigrating to this country almost 50 years ago, the culture shock I felt as a racial minority, I had opportunities here I would never have had in Barbados, opportunities that transformed my circumstances, the future of my family, and many of those around me whom I've been able to influence. I recall something my mother often said to us as kids: to whom much is given, much is required. My mother's words still ring true and remind me that one of the most significant things I can do as a leader is to give back, to advocate for and advance my community by helping and bringing others along. In Dutchess County, 42% of foreign-born residents are of Caribbean descent. Events like the one that we're having here today are so important because it's a chance to increase visibility, understanding, appreciation, and to demonstrate the value we all bring to our society. Most of all, it's a chance to honor some of the different cultures that make up this county and our country as a whole. In the aftermath of the recent pandemic, this is also an opportunity for us to foster better mental health by mitigating isolation between individuals and among communities. In his recent address to DCC's class of 2023, our county executive reminded graduates as they venture into the world with diploma in hand to love one another, to be kind. As you reflect on this day of appreciation, and as you continue to move throughout our community, I want to reinforce Bill O'Neill's message to our recent graduates and remind you that we become what we think. So, I asked you to watch your thoughts. They become words. Watch your words. They become actions. Watch your actions. They become habits. And watch your habits because they become your character. And watch your character because it becomes your destiny. I'm excited to see what the rest of this day has in store and how our community will grow other Caribbean American Heritage Month celebrations over the coming years. I'd now like to turn the program back to Professor Goff McNish, who is retiring from DCC, by the way, after 32 long years. A career spent educating students about the contributions of Caribbean Americans to literature around the globe, among other things. Thank you, Jackie, for all you do in our community and for the decades of service to DCC and its students. And know that your legacy in this learning institution is secure. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jordan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We so appreciate you, sir. And thank you for reminding us. It's so good to be invited to the party and then be allowed to dance. And so when we were planning this celebration, we brainstormed quite a bit. We wanted, what do we want to do? How are we going to do this? And we made a decision. We wanted to do two things. We wanted people to have a good time, but we wanted to educate people. And we thought putting both of them together was so important. And one of the reasons why we're having it here, this is an education institution, but it also lends itself to a little partying. Okay, so we're going to do both today. Thank you, Dr. Jordan. Appreciate you very much, sir. Okay, so we have two things we're going to do, and then we're going to break into our groups and do the educating part of this. So this is what the program looks like today. If you look at your programs, so you can see how this is going to happen today. So we thank Dr. Jordan for his opening address. We're going to do a celebration of the flags, and I'm going to tell you how we're going to do that. You're going to have fun. And then we have some seminars for you. And these seminars are from different people from different islands. And if you look at your program, you will see that they're in different rooms. The rooms, most of the rooms are in this building. So where you see D214 and so on, that's Dutchess Hall. So they're in this building. And then we have two that are in CBI. CBI is where the bookstore is. You cross that little overhead bridge, and there are a couple rooms we're using over there, okay? Okay, so let me tell you what they are. There'll be a seminar by Dr. Nicole Beveridge. Wave to us, Nicole, so we know, yes, you're in the room. We saw you earlier. I think she's setting up. She's going to be in CBI B. Then we have one from Dominica, Dr. Gwen Stevens. Are you here? Yes, hi, Gwen. She is from New Paltz, and then we have one from Guyana, Dion. Douglas, are you here, Dion? She could be in the room setting up, which is fine. I'm going to be doing one of the seminars. I'll be in Dutchess 205. Corrine, are you here? She's going to do a seminar about St. Vincent, and she'll be in CBI A. And then Sarah Wheeler, are you here, Sarah? Sarah, I know she's here because I heard her earlier. Maybe she's setting up in the room. She's going to talk about Caribbean dance and get you to dance just a bit, okay? So that's the setup. But before we go there, we're going to do a celebration of the flags. Okay, so this is how we're going to do this. You can see the flags. They're displayed. And later you can come up and have a closer look. But this is what I want to do. So people in the room are from different islands. Yes? Say yes. Okay. So you're going to point to your flag, and you're going to do the motto of your island. Everybody's ready for that? I'll start you out. I'll do Jamaica. Okay, so no more Jamaican. Any other Jamaicans in here? Wave if you're Jamaican. Okay, so we have a couple. And what is our motto? Out of many one people. And here is our flag. Okay. Which island is ready to go? Okay, go, sir. It's, of course it is. We have you.
Pride and industry.
Pride and industry, Barbados. Okay, let's have another island. St. Vincent, peace and justice. Yes. Another island. Gwen, go, Dominica. Oh, after God is earth. Okay, this is good. I think it's here, but it is okay. This is good. We have another a display in the dining room as well. No other islands so far. Haiti. Didn't I hear Haiti? Yes. What is your motto? Oh yes, it's here somewhere. It's just maybe hidden. Go ahead. Yes, yes. Liberty, equality, and fraternity? Equality, yes. Thank you so much. Anyone else? Yes? Puerto Rico. Uh-huh, and tell us. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so did we, huh? We did St. Vincent, yes. Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. Clap yourself. You did well. You did well. Okay, so like I said, we're going to go into the seminars after this in the different rooms. They're all on your program. And let me do the rest of the day. Lunch is very exciting. The cafeteria is catering. And we want to thank Dutchess County because you have wonderful complimentary meals, okay? Then we have a DJ who is playing some good music. So you can really eat and dance and so on. But we also have some booths and vendors and displays. So we have about 10 tables and those in the cafeteria. So please walk around and enjoy that. And we have the spoken word, and that's on your program. Then when you've completed lunch, and we're hoping by 1:30, we will come back here, and we have a speaker, an excellent, amazing speaker, who is going to talk to us about her vision of the diaspora. And she will be back here. Wendy Mirage Taylor will be back in this room at 1:30. And then we'll end the day with a dance-off. You have to be here for that. We will end the day with a dance-off, and we have two young men, Javon and Francois Brown, who are going to be our musicians. Yes? Yes? Are we ready for today? Excited? Yes. Okay. So thank you very much, and now we will break for our rooms. Thank you. Is that okay?
Take my show you how much my love is true. Feeling she gave to me makes me feel so brand new. Love you forever.
Oh, you gotta get the tape everything.
I was gonna catch up.
Take my love to show you I'm still in love with you. Why do you take my love to show you how much my love is true? Why do you take my love?
She know me treat her better than her man. But she a worry about the millions, the millions, the millions. You love me if you're true, but certain things in life you say you want to do. Hey, so you send me if you understand that you are made for a money man. But if you can't love me now, don't love me later. When my later is much greater, it only proves that you love the paper, my paper. If you can't love me now, don't love me later. When my later is much greater, come in, no one, no impersonator for my paper. Girl, do you love me or do you love him? Who introduced you to kissing and hugging and gentle rubbing and sexy touching? And with the girl, I'm giving you the proper loving. Oh, you think that you mention me? It shouldn't be because I'm gonna make a switch from me. Cause if you leave, girl, nobody come back. Because my heart won't offer you no what I come for. So if you can't love me now, don't love me later. When my later is much greater, it only proves that you love the paper, my paper. If you can't love me now, don't love me later. When my later is much greater, come in, no one, no impersonator for my paper. No, girl, I know you want stability, but that no means that you have to sell it all for vanity, you know. Bright lights, fast cars, and the city, and the fast lane make you lose your sanity. But me can't believe it, tell yourself so short. To get the money, you will make man break your parts. But you have a your life, make your choice with that. But now make you break my heart, no. If you can't love me now, don't love me later. When my later is much greater, it only proves that you love the paper, my paper. If you can't love me now, don't love me later. When my later is much greater, come in, no one, no impersonator for my paper. No, if you can't love me now, don't love me later. When my later is much greater, it only proves that you love the paper, my paper. If you can't love me now, don't love me later. When my later is much greater, come in, no one, no impersonator for my paper. I don't want to learn the hard way, so I'm taking you to lovers school. You want money just for party, yeah. Every piece of my heart I gave away, I gave it away to you. And I thought you'd understand, baby, but time's running out on you, God. If you can't love me now, don't love me later. When my later is much greater.
love lead the way. If we believe, join our hearts, mind and soul, keep us together. You'll never find no one in this lifetime to love you like I do. So never mind things that people say that I'll never hurt you. You'll never find no one in this lifetime. So never mind the time of wine. When time comes around and no one's around, I'll be there with you, girl. Silence or sound. Time after time, things burden you down, but I will still love you. My friend said that you are not sincere. Your friend said proceed with care. But you see and feel the realness in me. Our love is meant to be. Our friend said that you're not sincere. Your friend said proceed with care. You see and feel the realness in me. Love is meant to be. You'll never find no one in this lifetime to love you like I do. So never mind things that people say that I'll never hurt you. You'll never find no one in this lifetime. So never mind the time of wine. It's meant to be exactly how it is. When you are here with me, nothing exists. True love is what it is. You'll never find no one in this lifetime to love you like I do. So never mind things that people say that I'll never hurt you. You'll never find no one in this lifetime. So never mind the time of wine, baby.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming down. My name is Manuel, and I'm here to help celebrate this first annual Caribbean Celebration Month here at Dutchess Community College. And you guys can come by. I got some merchandise. I'm actually launching my talk show podcast, and I'm so glad to be here at Dutchess Community College, a building of higher learning. So I'm going to introduce someone, and he's going to give you some of his spoken word. And right here, I'll let him say his piece.
Hey Dutchess, how's everybody doing? My name is Longma, do poetry. Thank you, Mr. Manny Moore. Appreciate that for the opportunity. I'd also like to give a shout out to my mom for also making that happen. I'm here as a lover of arts, and I just want to share that with you guys because art is very necessary in terms of making life better for everybody. Right? Am I right? Thank you. So, yeah, let me just get into it. This first piece is called Time Waits for You. It's a love poem. With the force greater than tectonic plate shift comes the only rival to the sun's gift, to the earth. You're the battery of life. It's an explosion of majesty. I'd roam the Bering land bridge with a dead heart, but a force like you united atom parts. Your love is in my genetic code. You domesticated the horse, created the road, an amazing feat like walking upright with opposable thumbs. Breast milk, photosynthesis, and protection from the sun. The Mesopotamia reminds me of your thighs. Let me farm as your beast of burden and harvest us a prize. You are life. Society is your egg. Of business, money, writing, laws, and power, you're a metal-made peg. You're the divinity in its final form, more integral than the spinal cord, and your butt is so big it killed the dinosaurs. Thank you. Yeah. Now, I come from New York City, all the way in the Bronx. Anybody come to the city? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So, this next piece is just about, being a New Yorker, specifically dealing with like the transit system, because it's so packed. It's like you're having a suffocation party sometimes. So I wanted to read this about that experience, just so you know. Until the train doors open, both you and I are frozen. Thankful I'm not claustrophobic. No handles for our groping. I'm a plant 10 toes in. Hit the floor, we're not hoping. One wall to rest is chosen. Space you've lost, balance you win. Until there's room, I'll be your friend. By the hip, locomotion. Through the borough, we're coasting. In my lap, you're posted. Might as well get comfy. It's a subway suffocation party. I'm not trying to be sexual. Our touch is unintentional. Welcome to Club Gravity. Hope you enjoy this dance with me. You can't afford the traffic? Next time, get a cab. Dang it. Thank you. Yeah. This next piece is just me taking a look at hypnosis. I know it's a strange word and a bunch of ideas come to mind, and I thought it would just be like an interesting piece to share with you. I hope you're able to enjoy it. It's called Don't Notice. When stress starts to jigsaw, inhale, exhale, woosah. Eskimo swag, stay cool. Fear is an afterthought. Solid, but clear like jewels. Dismantle in southpaw. You won't notice. Trance-like focus. Consume locus. Hocus pocus. We demand your relaxation. We demand your concentration. Happy days get annexation. Deke out, free throw complication. Ribbon twirling conversation. Concrete psyche fragmentation. Rose-colored glasses, so mental fabric. Feeling elastic, all you imagine. Altered state, go to sleep, no question. Or non-state, it's role play. Suggestions? Trust your mind's eye. Go for the ride. Tick-tock, life's by. Quiz, why ask why? Thank you.
Thank you, Longma. And guys, just finish enjoying the festivities. Thank you.
So please never leave me, baby. Come and let me really make you wine like a gypsy. Anytime I gone where she miss me, she said the love she offered me is a mystery. She hold me like a baby and kiss me. Hold me like you really, 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 really miss me. You move me like an epilepsy. Even if your family has stressed me too deep, in a love for them oppress me. You and me have to be that of a destiny. Me say you are the love of my life, y'all. Me a pray you fi be my wife. Me figure you love till the day I die. Me figure your love till the day I die. The fight that you fight, for me tears that you cry. You want me, baby, it ain't no lie. Me figure your love till the day I die. Me figure your love till the day I die. She don't want me through me a pop star. Not through me have me house, them and some hot car. Long before me riches, me there with her. And when the money's a come in, me not left in her. Me now run like track star. Through the thick and thin, she have my front, she have my back star. Believe me, me love how we living up star. She loves me, and me love her. Me say you are the love of me life. Y'all me a pray you fi be my wife. Me figure your love till the day I die. Me figure your love till the day I die. The fight that you fight for me tears that you cry. You want me, baby, it ain't no lie. Me figure your love till the day I die. Me figure your love till the day I die. You safe now me hands as I dogs from the Gaza. Me will give you most of anything you ask for. Find the church, find the pastor. God, you don't know what coming after. A new baby son or daughter. For the career, the house with laughter. From Mr. and Mrs. Palmer. Me don't tell you that long time. Me say you are the love of my life. Y'all me a pray you fi be my wife. Me figure your love till the day I die. Me figure your love till the day I die. The fight that you fight for me tears that you cry. You want me, baby, it ain't no lie. Me figure your love till the day I die. Me figure your love till the day I die. Baby, God, me love you, me why you believe me, so please never leave me. Baby, come and let me really make you wine like a gypsy. Anytime I gone where she miss me, she said the love she offer me is a mystery. She hold me like a baby and kiss me. Hold me like you really, 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 really miss me. Baby, you move me like an epilepsy. Even if your family has stress me too deep, in a love for them oppress me. You and me have to be that I with destiny. Me say you are the love of my life. Y'all me a pray you fi be my wife. Me figure your love till the day I die. Me figure your love till the day I die. The fight that you fight for me tears that you cry. You want me, baby, it ain't no lie. Me figure your love till the day I die. Me figure your love till the day I die. She don't want me through me a pop star. No through me have me house, them and some hot car. Long before me riches, me there with her. And when the money's a come in, me not left in her. Me now run like track star. Through the thick and thin, she have my front, she have my back star. Believe me, me love how me living up star. She loves me, and me love her. Me say you are the love of my life. Y'all me a pray you fi be my wife. Me figure your love till the day I die. Me figure your love till the day I die.
One set of good friends in the sun, and you were rumble and a school, you think it should have been two. Remember one thing, me out of all I got a big plan. So when you see one set of good friends, I gotta carry you.
Hurry up and come back, was the last thing she said to her son. The day his life was taken, she didn't know he wouldn't come back. He died from the bullet of a gun, and now her little boy is gone. She said, help me, Lord, help me. Then she looked up to the sky, and she heard a voice reply. When you cry, I cry. I cry along with you. When you smile, I smile. I smile along with you. When you cry, I cry. I cry along with you. When you smile, I smile. I smile along. Another baby left homeless, abandoned when he was 2. So the street side kids and the shopping mall was the family he knew. It's not easy being homeless. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And he didn't have a mom or dad to help him get through. He said, help me, Father, help me. And he looked up to the sky, and he heard a voice reply. When you cry, I cry. I cry along.
get up and watch the news. Then me hear say last night I see you, them kill a youth. Then mama tell me say our church sister Jacqueline just lose her brother over Seaview Garden. When she tell me judge, I know it mash me up, not tell the lie. But you know some man not cocky, so you never see me cry. Every day and every night she still ask the father why her brother had to die. She hear her voice reply.
When you cry, I cry. I cry along with you. When you smile, I smile. I smile along with you. When you cry, I cry. I cry along with you. When you smile, I smile. I smile along with you. When you cry, I cry. I cry along with you. When you smile, I smile. I smile along with you. When you cry, I cry. I cry along with you. When you
Watch me time.
stop playing with my mind.
Oh, I know in a joke when she will one day wine.
You call me on the phone,
I know what a talking angel come down.
and now I want you home.
I tell Jackie, girl, me nah use no stone.
Action,
At a bag of mouth,
sweet.
now we know the girl them broke out.
Action,
At a bag of mouth,
sweet.
now we know the girl them broke out.
I need some action, tender satisfaction.
Adults,
My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a chain reaction? I need some action, tender satisfaction.
adults,
My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a chain reaction?
bedroom bully, she no want that you know. She want a man to caress her up like so. And I make love to woman like a war them a go. Woman a fall in a agony and all about. Jump hardcore loving man, you must see insane. Woman no want no man to make she feel pain. Sweet loving in the fall in the rain. Sweet loving a mix of high brain.
Action,
At a bag of mouth,
sweet.
loving with the girl them broke out.
Action,
At a bag of mouth,
sweet.
loving with the girl them broke out.
You think you understand?
I can make pain and loving a no one.
I need a loving hand,
But if I love it, don't be enough affection.
sweet thoughts and tender care.
No one want to come tear up on Brazil.
Can you erase my
Never
pain?
coming right over, so now they just beware of me.
Action,
At a bag of mouth,
sweet.
loving with the girl them broke out.
Action,
At a bag of mouth,
sweet.
loving with the girl them broke out.
I need some action, tender satisfaction.
Adults,
My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a chain reaction? I need some action, tender satisfaction. My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a chain reaction?
bedroom bully, she no want that you know. She want a man to caress her up like so. And I make love to woman like a war them a go. Woman a ball in a agony and all out. Just hardcore loving man, you must see insane. Woman no want no man to make she feel pain. Sweet loving in the fall in the rain. Sweet loving a mix of our brain.
Action,
At a bag of mouth,
sweet.
loving with the girl them broke out.
Action,
At a bag of mouth,
sweet.
loving with the girl them broke out.
I need some action, tender satisfaction.
Adults,
My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a chain reaction? I need some action.
got somebody, she's a beauty, very special, really and truly. Take good care of me, that is her duty. Right by my side, night and day. No letting go, no holding back, because you are my lady.
Her beauty's like a bunch of roses. If I ever tell you about Maxine, you older say I don't know what I know, but murder she wrote. Murder she wrote. Murder she wrote. Murder she wrote.
Chama with him, a pretty face and bad character. Them the kind of living can hold chaka from it. A pretty face and bad character. Them the kind of living can hold chaka. Say girl you pretty, your face is pretty, but your character dirty. Girl you just a act too flirty. You run to compete and also hurry. And when you find your mistake, you talk about you sorry. Come now.
Have a cozy corner when she looks and when she jam. She know about Luke like an every morning man. Make love with the coolie Chinese, white man and Indian. The wickedest kind of girl that is a flyers go up and down. Know you heard about this girl, her name is Maxine. Her beauty's like a bunch of roses. And if I ever tell you about Maxine, you older say I don't know what I know, but murder she wrote. Murder she wrote. Murder she wrote. Na. Murder she wrote.
Watch and now stand still. You not pay me like bill. If you test a ragamuffin, girl you find it. Still girl keep wait. Cause you a perfect man. And the lyrics and me talk for it. Me DJ girl come out. Because you lash out and when you hear the ragamuffin, you have to jump and shout and touch me gate. You not pay me what I'm ready cause great is great. Can't handle it from it. You pretty face and bad character. Them the kind of living can hold chaka from it. You pretty face and bad character. Them the kind of living can hold chaka. Say girl you pretty, you face it pretty, but your character dirty. Girl you just a act too flirty. You run to compete and also hurry. And when you find your mistake, you talk about you sorry.
Now every middle of the year, this a girl have a passion. For the coolie white man, Indian, they sit in and in fan. And just the other day, me see her 6 months pregnant. Now she back for sweet again without a baby in her pram. Do you heard about this girl? Her name is Maxine. Her beauty's like a bunch of roses. And if I ever tell you about Maxine, you older say I don't know what I know, but murder she wrote. Murder she wrote. Murder she wrote. Na. Murder she wrote.
Excuse me.
Once again, my lovely people, I am going to introduce another poet that we're going to have at this moment. We're going to introduce Marcus Douglas. Sorry, Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas. I spelled that wrong, but yeah. So give him a big round of applause, guys.
If We Must Die by Claude McKay. If we must die, let it not be like hogs, hunted and penned in an inglorious spot, while round us bark the mad and hungry dogs, making their mock at our cursed lot. If we must die, oh, let us nobly die, so that our precious blood may not be shed in vain. Then even the monsters we defy shall be constrained to honor us though dead. O kinsmen, we must reach the common foe, though far outnumbered, let us show us brave, and for their 1,000 blows deal one death blow. What though before us lies the open grave? Like men, we'll face the murderous cowardly pack, pressed to the wall, dying but fighting back. Thank you.
All she worship is clear vanity. The girl a boss and a brag on she look pretty. When she wash her clothes, it dirty. Girl you not ready. If you can't cook, give me girl you not ready. If you can't wash me, girl you not ready. If you know you're pretty from it. You pretty face and bad character. When the kind of living can hold you from it. You pretty face and bad character. When the kind of living can hold you from it. So stand still. So not be a life now.
watch it. Drop the ox like a cow, you wanna chop it. Drop the up the tax like a cow, you wanna take it. It's like a riverside up on the bank, you take it. It's like a bicycle, so you want it tight that it. So you watch it, so you crash it, she a tell you say you crack it. Girl, she a beg you wanna ball, if you stop it. Batman plug in and me a move like a electric. It's like a basketball, she take time out, fi bag it. Listen to the sound, listen to the lyrics. I be the man, they a me a drop it. I said, sim simma, who got the keys to my bimmer? Who am I? The girls them sugar, how can I make love to a fella in a rush? Pass me the keys to my chops. Who am I? The girls them lock, and I will make love to pressure. Anything she want, I will give it unto she. I can't believe the day my friend them tell me that she flee. I don't believe he's angry and I don't believe his grief. I don't believe it's Susan or the other girls I feel. Love for me, she has that is the only thing I need. I don't intend right now just to lose my main squeeze. Oh, what an a melody, what love. Girl, the way you watch it on the body under pressure. Man, see your body, I like it, I see that. When the body right, just to know you got the power. But sing, simmer, who got the keys to my bimmer? Who am I? The girls, them sugar. How can I make love to a fella in a rush? Pass me the keys to my chops. Who am I? The girls, them lock. And I will make love to precious God. I tell myself I don't want nobody else to ever love me. You are my guiding star, my shining light. I love you, baby. But that day you leave and you're gone, I know that girls, they're going crazy. I know the girls love some, all of them are run come, cause the one of them want this, baby. I told you once and I told you twice that I am the girls, them sugar. Now the girls them attack me and the girls them a rush me because them a driving the beamer. And the girls them flavor, I'm no slaver. I am the helper, no helper. And a girl loves watcher, I want to hear her. And listen when you need to you say, sim simmer, pass me the keys to my beamer. Who am I? The girls them sugar. How can I make love to a fella in a rush? Pass me the keys to my chops. Who am I? The girls them lock. And I will make love to precious. Sim simmer, who got the keys to my
pressures of your life and it up. No stay down, mama time flip it up. No matter with the down, full style, strictly up, full vibes. I pick it up when the bills done, the rent and the mortgage due. Yeah. When me chalice, when your best friends are gone and it's only you. Yeah, like a pass, pick turn up the music. Skanking sweet. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and rock with me. You know feel like reggae music sweet. Yeah, yeah. Skanking sweet. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and rock with me. You know feel like reggae music sweet. Yeah, yeah. Skanking sweet. For every pain there's a melody. Yeah. For every trouble there's a harmony that brings everything together. So make us sing together. And who say life no order? And every man got their struggle. I beg you to help me, Lord. And let me overcome my troubles. Skanking sweet, yeah. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and rock with me. You know feel a reggae music sweet, yeah, yeah. Skanking sweet. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and rock with me. You know feel a reggae music sweet, yeah. Skanking sweet. We skanking till the morning comes. Until the day when my troubles are gone. Hallelujah. We're grooving in a cloud. We're grooving on my troubles. Everybody wanna feel like troubles and rocking. You know feel like reggae music sweet. Yeah, yeah. Skanking. Everybody wanna feel like troubles and rocking. You know feel like reggae music sweet. Skanking sweet. So skanking, grooving. Yeah. Skanking, grooving. Yeah. Everybody was skanking sweet. Everybody was skanking sweet. Everybody was skanking sweet. Everybody was skanking sweet. Yeah.
No boy can go no weeds. And the some things in the G. One phone call it take to make some boy wipe up her and drop down flat. And you not stop my food dog, me no matter how you and me no care about that. Can't talk in my face, say them run place and run them run round that. Man a action pack some boy only full of tough chat. Enough of them stairs up, enough of them stairs up, enough of them stairs up. Talk them a talk, action fi back. Enough of them stairs up, enough of them stairs up, enough of them stairs up. Chat them a chat, me no pay that, no mind hear that. Empty barrel and make nice dog, them a no nobody, them a no nobody. Just step to the president, all of me dogs, them a be a mad smelly. Have a one piece of metal and a post dog, you no mad man from nowhere. You must see no love your life, cause it can't work if you step to me. Enough of them stairs up, enough of them stairs up, enough of them stairs up. Talk them a talk, action for back. Enough of them stairs up, enough of them stairs up, enough of them stairs up. Chat them a chat, me no pay that, no mind hear that. One phone call it take to make some boy wipe up her and drop down flat. Fun and not stop my food dog, me no matter how you and me no care about that. Can't talk in my face, say them run place and run them run round that. Man a action back, some boy only full of tough chat. Enough of them stairs up, enough of them stairs up, enough of them stairs up. Talk them a talk, action fi back. Enough of them stairs up, enough of them stairs up, enough of them stairs up. Them a chat them stairs up. Waste man them stairs up. All of them on them stairs up. Walking a gang them stairs up. Me no like how them talk. Me no respect them. Me no rate them.
Coffee come in like a raptor, and everybody gets chopped up. Play sleep up like a helicopter, when them see the lyrics constructor. Coffee come in like a raptor, and everybody gets chopped up. Play sleep up like a helicopter, when them see the lyrics constructor.
child's time on this earth is spent outside the classroom. 50%, only 20% is in our city schools. And it's important thing when you think about that, you know, it's not a state, everybody nods their head, so that's right. But really what that says is, what can the city of Poughkeepsie do? Well, I'll tell you what we're not going to do. For everybody to take away from our time together today is that it is a collaborative effort. It has to be a collaborative effort. We are no longer at City Hall going to say what they used to say. I'm not saying what they used to say. They used to say it's not our problem. They used to say that's the school district's problem. We are not saying that anymore. We're saying how can we help and what can we do at City Hall to improve the lives of our youth and by doing that, the lives of families. And what that means is, as your mayor, and working with our common council and the people you elect in a few weeks at the Democratic primary, those choices are important. We need to work together to ask the question, what can we do to help? And no longer do we say, that's not our problem.
Yes, thank you. My last question is about affordable housing. How do you and your administration make more affordable housing available to people that
So the question is, what do you do to increase affordable housing? It's one of the most challenging questions that this country faces. This is not something that a small city mayor is going to sit here and have the answer for. But you know, on the other hand, the answer is surprisingly simple. If you have more housing, the market forces will start to come down. It is still a country of capitalism where the price that the market sets is really a function of what the supply and demand is. And fundamentally, if you know economics, you know basic price structure theory, you know that the more affordable, the more housing there is, the more affordable it is. So what is the quick answer? The quick answer is to build more housing. We are a very small city. The city of Poughkeepsie goes under 5 square miles, about 4.5 square miles. We have about 30,000 residents. We are about 92% built out. What that means is there isn't a lot of property for developers to come in and build more housing. So our proposal is that we change our zoning in certain areas of the city to allow development to go a little higher. And this is what every city across the world has had to do. At some point, you can say, restricting development to four stories is just not really the way to go. So what I want to propose is that we give incentives to developers to come in and build housing that is affordable. And there's a couple of different incentives we can offer. We can offer tax incentives, so their property taxes are lower. And we can offer incentives in what I call height variance that allows them to build higher if they include an affordable component in the development, right? So it's not they don't get the rights automatically go up to 10 stories, but if they commit to certain affordability schedules, then they could. That's one idea. But I do want to just take 1 minute to answer this question and tell you what I don't support. I don't support knee-jerk reactions to try to solve really complex problems. And sometimes we put people in office that think they have the answers and they really don't. They make things work. And I want to tell you one of the examples. There's a bill in front of our council currently. The proposal is to ban Airbnb. So the city has maybe 30 or 40 Airbnbs. That is where people want to come and visit family and cousins or disaster or marriage. And they need a place to stay. The city of Poughkeepsie only has one hotel. That's the Grand Hotel. We don't have 10 hotels like the town of Poughkeepsie. So we have about 30 or 40 Airbnbs. And somehow some people think that if you ban Airbnbs, there's suddenly going to be a lot more affordable housing in the city of Poughkeepsie. Let me tell you, that's just nonsensical. And if our common council passes a restriction on Airbnbs, I intend to veto it. Not because I love Airbnbs, but because I don't want our elected leaders to mislead the community and let you folks believe that they've solved the problem. Banning Airbnbs is not going to lower rents in the city. If you want to ban Airbnbs, at least be honest with the community about why you're doing it. So I think we need to give tax breaks to those who want to build affordable housing, and I think we also need to build a little higher because we don't have any more land to build. Thank you all for giving me a few minutes and enjoy your afternoon. My name is Mark Nelson, and thanks for everything you do. Thanks, Dutchess Community College. Let's give it up for the college.
All right, so before we get started, we have one more spoken word guest. I'm gonna call up this young man. His name is George Escalante. I hope I said that right. I did, oh man. I did. Yes. Big round of applause to this gentleman.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you. I appreciate it. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? All right, you guys ate. Everybody's energetic, right? We good? No energy? I tell you what, so when I perform, what I usually do as back in the days of the original orators, they got everybody involved, right? So I'm going to involve everybody here very briefly, very simple, right? So this half of the room, we're going to say positive energy, and then this half of the room is going to say always causes elevation. Can we do that? We're good? And I see a lot of youth out there, so I need that energy, y'all. This is for you. All right, so on the count of three, we're going to say positive energy always causes elevation. All right? 1, 2, 3. All right, I know we can do better. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3. Positive energy always causes elevation. Positive energy always causes elevation. All right. That's as good as we're going to get on a Thursday. So I am a spoken word hip hop artist. I was definitely want to extend my thank yous to Josane and as well as Ms. Carmen and just for inviting me in here. You guys have a tremendous program that's going on right now with everything that's going on for the day. So I definitely want to give yourselves a round of applause for even attending, y'all. Come on, a little bit more livelier. I see that whole table of youth. Let's go. There you go. All right. I am going to do something a little bit very artistic. I want you to take a walk with me. It is very visual, right? This right here is called All in One Body. So this is a trip throughout history. So you're going to hear some things that might sound familiar and some things that may not, right? But nonetheless, this is a trip called All in One Body. All right, y'all. I am the one dominant son of a god and a goddess who have fallen victim to mishaps. The eternal burning flame and my antonyms are nonsense and riffraff. Speak powerfully. Strength is my only matrix. While all your so-called messiahs get brain twisted at the basics. Caress hearts and spoken tongues. Thoughts cause work and typhoons. Words illuminate your every darkness. I'm the one who lit your full moons. My intellect outshines all your gold and precious treasures. And the only reason your summers are so hot is because of my body temperature. I am a human magnet for all truth and intelligence. I made love to Mother Nature. We created 4 elements: earth, fire, water, wind. Satan came to me as a female serpent. We gave birth to sin. I am the measuring stick for all of your holy men. God and I made up commandments. We got tired after 10. I wrote the Constitution at a time of writer's block. Time is a no man's essence, so I created the first clock. I took the Statue of Liberty to the prom. That's why her hand is raised. There was a best couple competition, and we won first place. I taught Mozart the tricks of the trade and turned them classical. I gave the talent of art to Van Gogh and Picasso. Is it possible? Just ask Michelangelo. He overheard me speaking about women to Romeo and Othello. I had a meal with the 12 disciples, but it was just breakfast. That same night, Judas was wearing a rope for a necklace. Oh, and the Grand Canyon, that's just my burial ground. And they'll cover it with golden sands when I decide to lay down. So you may be wondering, where has he been? Right now, I live in the body that's known as George. 1, 2, 3. Peace, y'all. So we cleared the area. Now we're really gonna perform. You guys ready? No, I'm just playing. Listen, once again, I want to thank everybody that's involved with this event. I want to thank the work that you guys are doing, especially for the youth, and anything that in any way, shape, or form that I can help with. I work for Project More. I am the coordinator, director for the employment program, but I am always enthralled with working with the youth and always, engaged. So any way that you guys want me to help, anything that you guys want from me, by all means, I am here at your beck and call. All right? Thank you guys very much.
So we're going to be dancing by ourselves here. We were hoping the kids would be a part of the dance-off. So welcome back, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed lunch. Like I said, the kids had to go back to school. We had Spack and Kill and Poughkeepsie, and they came to the workshops, but they have to go back. But we thank you for being here, and this has been amazing. Thank you so much. From what I hear, you enjoyed the workshops, those of you who were here, and there are more people, and I think they're on their way back. But I want us, because it's already 1:30, and I want to respect your time, so we want to move towards the end of the program. So there are two things we're going to do. We have a speaker who we're waiting to hear from her. We've heard from her. She's wonderful. Thank you for coming. And then we have a musicians. So we're going to start with the speaker. So our speaker today is Wendy Mirage Taylor. I'd like to introduce her to you. She is the Associate Dean for the College for Student Growth and Engagement at Vassar College. She's a student affairs professional, an educator, and a licensed clinical social worker who has been working with individuals, families, and groups through community-based organizations, public schools, higher education institutions for over 20 years. Wendy has also taught in the fields of education, social work, psychology, anthropology at Marist, Adelphi University, Dutchess Community College, and Vassar College. She was born in Jamaica, West Indies, and was a child of immigrants to the United States. She's a proud graduate of New York City Public Schools in Brooklyn, 1st grade to 12th grade, and earned her undergraduate degree from Brown University and her graduate degree from New York University. Wendy lives in Poughkeepsie with her husband and 2 daughters. And of course, I have to tell you the secret. I met Wendy through AAUW, and Wendy sort of invited me to AAUW. And AAUW has been my go-to place for a while, and I've had such wonderful growth experience through AAUW. So I give you Wendy.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you for being here. We've had a lovely time so far. For those of you who missed out on the lunch and the music, and then before that, the different seminars and workshops, you missed something. I'm going to be brief because I know I stand between you and the dance party, and I know that, and I want to respect your time. So I'm gonna massage a little bit some of what I might have said, and maybe there'll be another time where I'll share a little bit more. But again, I want to say thank you to Professor Goff McNish for inviting me here, and for being able to be part of this first and annual Caribbean Heritage Month. Let me share actually just two points with you as I think about how, two critical things as I think about how my life has been shaped as a child immigrant, born in Jamaica in the West Indies and coming here at a very young age. And hope that there might be lessons, whether you were born outside of this country or here in this country, there might be lessons that you can take from that. So first, my family's immigration experience was a traumatic one of sorts, and I'm not going to give you all the details, but I will simply share that we came in stages, not all legally, and separated from one another for a very long time. And I'm not sure that the separation and the distance that happened, the physical distance, but then by virtue of physical distance, the emotional distance during different developmental years, I'm not sure that was ever really repaired when we did all come together. And I make a point of saying that because in my both teaching and counseling with students, with young people, with families, I hear that often. I hear that often, that as families have come in stages, and maybe kids were left with grandparents or aunties, and then they came, and there's just something that isn't quite repaired. And that has been on my mind for years, thinking about what we might do to repair the family distance that happens when families are simply trying to make a better life and give opportunities to their children. But because of the way immigration policy is set up, because of financial burdens, that families don't come as whole families, and the ways in which that really interrupts family life. So I just put that out there as something for us to sort of keep thinking about. And I know Professor Goff McNish and I have a project coming up, and so maybe that's something we'll look at and tackle at some point. So to go back a little bit, I watched my family make incredible sacrifices, some might say too many, to offer us, especially children, a better life, more opportunities. And so that has been a driving force in my life in thinking about how do I make sure that the sacrifices my family made were worth it? How do I always seek to do my best to make sure that those sacrifices were worth it? They left behind their country, their way of life, their family and friend network, their paying jobs, to come to the US, again, to give us, their children, more opportunities. And it was a cost to them. It cost them something. So again, for me, a driving force is, how do I make that worthwhile? I knew that even as a kid. Like many other families, perhaps some of yours, my family had to start over here. And because they couldn't afford the schooling or additional training to get back to work that they were doing, they had to do other things. I think of my mother in particular. My mother is the first one to come to the US, and then a couple of us kids came, and then my father came, and then the last of my siblings came. And I think often my mother sacrificed her pride over and over. And she wasn't an arrogant, boastful woman. I don't mean in that way. But I think of her dream to become a teacher and her being a teacher in training in Jamaica, but coming here and not having the same credentials and not having the money to start over. So she scrubbed people's floors. She made them food, she cooked their dinner, she took care of their pets, she took care of their children, while she worried and prayed for hers that she was separated from. And she did this because she needed to make money to pay for a lawyer to get the rest of her family here. She needed to set up a household and feed her family. And so I think about that sacrifice, right? Those sacrifices of my mother. And then again, when my father came and things he had to give up and what that meant. And again, as I said before, it's been a driving force for me. How do I make sure that those sacrifices were worthwhile? How do I make sure that those sacrifices don't go unrecognized? I knew, again, even as a kid, my mother used to tell me I was born an old lady, in the most respectful of ways possible to old ladies, right? That for her, old ladies were people with great wisdom who listened a lot and felt things. And so when she would say things like that, I took that as a compliment. And so as a kid, I understood that my family was making a great sacrifice to come to America so that we could have these great opportunities. And again, important for me to make sure that that immigration trauma, as I call it, and again, having given you all the details, that it was worthwhile. I read many years ago, "Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might." And that has become one of my mottos from the day that I read it. First, I heard it, and I thought, wait, I didn't know. Where is that? Let me go find it. Do not settle for mediocre or average. I have refused to because my family sacrificed too much to leave their home country, to separate their families and come to the US. I cannot settle for mediocre or average. And I encourage you to think about in your own lives, where might you have already settled for that, and how do you get out of that? And so that's my question to you. I always like to do a little homework. Well, it's classwork. You don't have to go home and do it. You could, but I want you to be thinking about, how about you? Have you settled for mediocre or average? Who has come before you? Who paved the way for you? Who made sacrifices so that you could be where you are right now? Was it your parents or grandparents, aunties or uncles, other family members? Were they teachers, professors? Who paved the way for you? And so how are you living up to the sacrifices that they've made? Do your best, always, in everything. Seek to excel. It's okay to make mistakes. So I'm not talking about perfection, but don't settle. Instead, do the hard work. Do the hard work it takes to get what you want, to get where you want to be. Get support, ask for help, but then do what you're doing at your absolute best. So now I want you to turn, you may have to stretch a little if you don't, but to somebody near you. You can just look at them. And I want you to say, do your best. Go ahead, look at him. Do your best. And now look at that person again and say, I will do my best. I do this to honor those who come before me. Keep that in mind. The last one, right? I'm going to skip over a few. The last one. As an elementary school kid, I was made to stand up in front of a classroom of my peers and repeat certain words over and over until I said them without an accent. See, as a little girl, again, an immigrant from Jamaica, I said tree instead of three. I said vegetable instead of vegetable. And when I hear those accents, I smile. I'm filled with joy. They're lovely. They're beautiful. But my teacher didn't think so. My elementary school teacher made me stand up in a classroom and repeat words over and over until she couldn't hear my accent. It was a horrible thing to do to a child, to do to anybody, to be honest, but especially to a child. I was shy, I was timid, and I already felt out of place. I was new to the country, I was new to the school district, and I was a shy kid. She could clearly see that. I've been shy my whole life. And so it was a terrible thing, and it definitely had an impact on me. And I have thought many times since then, wondered, why did she do that? Thought about that more as an adult. Why did she do that? I've tried to, she was just a mean person. I've even given her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she was trying to help me so my peers wouldn't tease me. But the truth is, her intention, her motivation really doesn't matter. I don't need to figure that out. I just know how it landed on me. I just know that what happened was not okay. But again, for me, even as a kid, I knew what she was doing was not okay. And I'm thankful that I had a family that I could go home to and cry with and say what had happened in school. But I knew as a kid in elementary school what she had just done was not okay. What that did for me, though, was to fuel the work that I do. I didn't have the words for it as an elementary school kid, but I knew that I wanted to be somewhere in a work that was helping other kids to feel okay about all of who they were. It set me on a path, working with students of all ages, so that I could remind them of their value, so that I could let them know they belonged, that whatever they brought to the room, however they showed up, however they sound, however they look, their accents, their skin color, their hair, their country of origin, their physical appearance, all is acceptable, all is welcomed. And as I said, that experience really, again, as a kid, I didn't know the word for it. I didn't know if it meant I was going to be a teacher or a social worker or a counselor or be in schools. I knew that I wanted to be in places where no one would do that to another kid. The kids would know that they were valued. It didn't matter how they sounded. And so that's kept me in work in public schools and private colleges and university and churches and community-based organizations. And so again, as I did in the first lesson, I want to ask you, what about you? How have your experiences, the good and the bad, fueled your endeavors? Now, I'm not asking you to find a silver lining in every bad experience. Right? I'm not asking you if you've been humiliated, as I was in that classroom, or if you have felt embarrassed, to think about, oh, let me find the good in this. I'm not suggesting that. But I do want you to think about the moments of trauma, the moments of pain, the shameful experiences. And I want you to think about how do you move forward from that? How have you moved forward from that? I heard a speaker say years ago, courage is fear walking. And I would add, it's taking steps. It's moving forward. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's just walking with the fear. It's moving with the fear. It's still going forward, even when there's some fear. I love that. We can take moments to lick our wounds. I went home and cried to my family. We can shed tears. We can get support. Yet we don't have to let the difficulties knock us down and out entirely. So I want you again to think about the experiences you have had in your life, whether as a kid or as a young adult, as an older adult, whatever the stage of life you're in, and think about how have you moved forward from that? And if you have not, how now can you move forward from it? The challenges of our experiences as Caribbean people in the U.S. doesn't have to overshadow the joy of who we are, our identities grounded in our countries of origin, our solid foundation in our beautiful accents, our rich storytelling, our edible delights, and cultural heritage in all its forms. So I want you again, I know there's not somebody necessarily right next to you or behind you, but just like before, look at somebody near you, turn to the person and say, I am proud of who I am. And so I invite you, Caribbean people, to go proudly, do great things, and let that always be a witness of who we are as Caribbean people. I will end there.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much. Wow. We really appreciate this, Wendy. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Amazing, amazing, as usual. Thank you. And as we sort of wrap up our day, So we're going to do a couple things as we wrap up our day. First of all, how was it? Tell me, how was it so far? It was good? Had a good time? Had a good time? Well, we are calling this, Josene and I are calling this the first annual. The first annual. So next year, and you know this is Caribbean Heritage Month, so the first annual celebration. And so how we want to wrap it up is a dance party. Okay, those of you who know the Caribbean, we never, ever celebrate without some sort of dance. And so we've invited two gentlemen, Francois, right? Did I say your name right? And Javon. And they're both here, and they're great musicians. I've heard them. They're wonderful, from Jamaica. And they're going to do some music for us, and you have to come out of the aisle and dance. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. And I'm going to stand up. Can't do much, but I'm going to stand up and have a good time, too. So let's do this. Let's do this. You guys ready? No, did you hear the cue? Let's do this. That's the cue. You have to dance in the aisle. Feeling hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot.
Thank you. We'll be in touch.
Yes, yes.
Thank you for attending our Caribbean Heritage Month celebration, Caribbean Day. It will be one of our first annual one. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Raisha Ricketts from Minorities in Criminal Justice, Community Outreach, and I'd like to thank you. And I would like to thank the band.
Yes, thank you guys.
All right, you gotta play my Shaq intro exit, okay? The Shaq intro exit, you know, when Shaq, never mind. I'm dating myself now.
That's okay. So this is great. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so